life begins to transform the moment you choose to think differently. And this, right here, could be that moment. This is Mindshift with Geetanjali, the space where you shift your mindset, rise above limitations, and reframe your reality. I'm Geetanjali, mindset coach, author, and your companion on this journey to rediscover the power that's already within you. Let's begin. Before we step into this new season together, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been listening, following, and supporting this journey. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful you're here. Let's look at the 4 P's: problem, promise, proof, and the plan. Problem. There's a quiet thought many people carry. I'm behind. Behind in life, behind in success, behind where I thought I would be by now. You see others moving forward, achieving more, becoming more, and without even realizing it, you start measuring your life against theirs. And that comparison slowly turns into pressure. Then pressure turns into self-doubt, and self-doubt turns into a belief. I should be further along by now. Promise. But what if that belief isn't true? What if you're not behind at all, but simply on a timeline that was never meant to look like anyone else's? In this episode, we're going to gently dismantle the idea of being behind and replace it with something far more accurate and far more freeing. Proof. I see this all the time. People who are capable, thoughtful, and growing, but constantly feeling like they're not enough because they're comparing their path to someone else's highlight. And the moment they shift that lens, they don't just feel better, they move differently with more clarity, more confidence, more trust in themselves. Plan. Today we'll explore where this idea of being behind comes from, what your brain is actually doing when you compare, and how to return to your own path without pressure, without urgency, and without losing yourself in the process. Let me ask you something. When you say, I'm behind, compared to who? Because most of the time, you're not measuring yourself against reality, you're measuring yourself against an internalized timeline. A timeline shaped by what you thought life should look like, what you saw growing up, what society celebrates, what others are doing around you. But that timeline was never actually yours. The science section. Why you feel behind, even when you're not. Let's understand what's actually happening in your brain when you feel behind. Because this feeling is not random, it's constructed. 1. The brain is wired to compare. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment and asking, where do I stand? Am I doing okay compared to others? This involves systems like your prefrontal cortex and your brain's reward circuitry. When you see someone achieving something, your brain doesn't just observe, it evaluates and it detects a gap. It creates a subtle stress signal. Not danger in the traditional sense, but a psychological alert. You're not there yet. 2. the Reticular Activating System, or the RAS. Now here's where it deepens. Your Reticular Activating System, or RAS, filters what you notice. So if you carry the belief, I'm behind, your brain starts looking for evidence to confirm it. You begin noticing people doing better, faster timelines, bigger outcomes, and you overlook your progress, your growth, your internal shifts. So your reality becomes biased, not because it's true, but because your brain is filtering for it. 3. The nervous system response. Comparison doesn't stay in your mind, it moves into your body. When your brain perceives that you're behind, your nervous system can shift into a mild stress state. You may feel pressure, urgency, restlessness, self-doubt. And from that state, you don't make clear decisions. You make reactive ones. Trying to catch up, trying to fix it, trying to prove. 4. The identity loop. Over time, this becomes a loop. Thought, I'm behind. Emotion, anxiety, pressure. Action, overworking or hesitation. Result, reinforces the belief. This is neuroplasticity in action. The more you repeat the thought, the more your brain wires it as truth. The most important truth is, so the feeling of being behind is not a fact. It is a pattern created by comparison, filtering, and repetition. And what is learned can be unlearned. And once you see that clearly, you can begin to step out of that pattern and return to your own path. You're not behind, you're becoming. Growth doesn't always look visible. Sometimes it looks like healing, pausing, rebuilding. And those things don't show up on timelines, but they change everything. I want to share a story about someone I'll call Ayla. Ayla had started her own business. She was committed, showing up every day, putting in the work quietly and consistently. But growth was slow, and every time she opened up social media, she saw people moving faster, launching bigger, scaling quickly, celebrating milestones she hadn't reached yet. And slowly, a thought began to settle in. I'm behind. At first, it was subtle. Over time, it became louder. So she tried to speed everything up. More content, more strategies, more pressure. Trying to catch up to a timeline that was never really hers. But instead of growing, she felt overwhelmed, disconnected, and strangely further away from what she actually wanted. And when we paused and looked at it differently, something important became clear. Ayla wasn't behind. She was building something that required depth, not speed. She was learning her voice, understanding her audience, refining her direction. The kind of growth that isn't loud but is deeply sustainable. And the moment she stopped asking, why am I not there yet? And started asking, what am I building right now? Everything shifted. Not overnight, but internally. She felt calmer, more grounded, more aligned with her own path. And from that place, her growth followed. She wasn't behind. She was just measuring her life against the wrong timeline. Here is the tool, the arm behind reset real life application. Let's make this real because the thought arm behind doesn't show up in theory. It shows up in moments when you're scrolling, when you hear about someone's success, when you compare your life to someone else's. So here's what you do in that exact moment. Step 1, catch the moment. Awareness in real time. You're on your phone, you see someone getting promoted, launching something, achieving something you haven't yet, and the thought comes in, I should be further along. Don't ignore it, don't push it away, just notice it. Say to yourself, I'm noticing the thought that I'm behind. That one shift creates distance. Step 2, interrupt the comparison loop. Right now, your brain is comparing your full reality with their highlight moment. So pause and ask, what am I not seeing? Because you're not seeing their struggles, their timeline, their internal work. This breaks the illusion. Step 3, come back to your reality. Now gently shift your attention back to yourself. Ask, where am I actually right now? Not where you think you should be, but what is true. Maybe I'm learning something new. I'm rebuilding. I'm growing in ways that aren't visible yet. This grounds you. Step 4, replace pressure with direction. Instead of arm behind, shift to what's one step forward from here. Not 10 steps, not catching up, just one. Example, send the email, finish the task, take a break if needed. This moves you out of pressure and into progress. Step 5, anchor your timeline. Now say this slowly and intentionally. My path is unfolding in its own time. My path is unfolding in its own time. Not rushed, not delayed, just yours. You don't need to run faster. You need to stop measuring because the moment you stop measuring, you start moving differently. If you are joining me for the first time, let's figure out what is visualization. Before we begin, let's understand what it really is. Visualization is the practice of mentally experiencing something with clarity and emotion. When you imagine something vividly, your brain begins to activate the same neural pathways as if it were happening in real life. So, this is not just imagination, this is training your mind and nervous system to recognize a new way of being. If it feels comfortable, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a slow breath in and a soft breath out. Now imagine yourself walking along a path, not rushed, not pressured, just walking. Notice the pace. It's steady, natural. There's no urgency here. Now, as you walk, you begin to notice something. There are other paths around you, Other people moving, some faster, some slower. And for a moment you feel that familiar pull to compare, to measure, to wonder if you should be somewhere else. But this time you stop and you look down at your own path. Notice what's beneath your feet, solid, steady, yours. Now gently say to yourself, this is my path. Feel what happens in your body as you say that. The urgency begins to soften. The pressure begins to ease. Now imagine looking ahead, not at someone else's destination, but at your own. It's not rushed, it's unfolding. And as you take your next step, it feels different, not forced, not reactive, but intentional. You're not trying to catch up. You're moving forward in your time, in your way. Now bring that feeling into your body, the steadiness, the trust, the quiet certainty that you're exactly where you need to be. Let that settle. Take one slow breath in and gently exhale. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back. This is what it feels like to return to your timeline. Not perfect, not finished, but aligned. Let's do a few affirmations together. I am not behind. My path is my own. I trust my timing. I let go of comparing with others. I move forward with clarity. Your relationships are not random. They are reflections, not of your worth, but of your patterns. And the moment you become aware, you begin to choose differently. And that changes everything. Join me in the next episode. Why do the same triggers keep showing up? Because sometimes it's just not just your relationships repeating, it's your emotional responses asking to be understood. Thank you for joining me today on Mindshift with Geetanjali. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message and subscribe for next week's episode. Every moment of awareness you create today builds the reality you live tomorrow. Keep rising, keep shifting, keep reframing, and keep becoming who you're meant to be. Rise, shift, reframe, become.